What is up everyone, today in this video we'll be building this portfolio project using HTML. So far you guys have learned all the concepts and all the things which you need to know about HTML, and we'll be putting the skills you learned you to build this project. So in this project we'll be building a portfolio. As you can see, it's going to contain a header section with our image, with our name and our tagline. This is for the header section. Next we will be building our about me section, which is going to contain a paragraph about myself. As you can see, this is a gibberish text, don't worry about that. Now next thing which I'll be creating is education section. There we will be having a table which is used to display all my education information. Next we will be using an unordered list to display my skills, and then we will be adding a form inside our contact me section. And finally we will be building our footer section. This project is going to be multi-page. As you can see, I have two more files. One is for the about me page, which is going to be showing about me information. It's going to show you education and skill sections. Next we will be having a contact us section. It's going to show you the forms. As you can see, now it's in contact us.html. As you can see, now it's in about.html, and this is my index.html, which is homepage. Alright guys, this is what we will be building in this video. Before that, so far we were building our and practicing using normal text edit, but in this video I'll be showing you how to build your projects using a code editor. So let's head over to and search for Visual Studio Code. Navigate to the first website. So this is the code editor which I will be using in this video. As you can see, you can click here for the download. As I'm on Mac, it's going to automatically detect and show me and download the software for the Mac. If you are on Windows, if you click on it, it's going to download the software for your Windows. So alright, once you install it, this is the interface which you will be seeing over here. As you can see, let me just minimize this. Alright, so this is the interface which you will be seeing. You might also be getting some get started. Just close it for now. Let's get familiar with the code. This is going to be the explorer. All the folders and the files you create will be listed here. This is for the extension. You can get some extension which will make your development faster. So let's focus on the explorer. What I want you to do is create a folder on your desktop. As you can see, I have already created a folder, and put your image on the in the folder. As this is going to be a portfolio project, we will be needing your image, right? You can put whatever image you want. Make sure it's a person. All right, just put it inside your HTML portfolio folder. All right, once you are done with it, let's close it for now. Inside your Visual Studio Code, click on open folder and navigate to desktop and open your HTML portfolio folder. Once you click on it, it's going to open your folder in the file explorer. As you can see, I had a image, right? It's going to display over here. What I want you to do is now create three files. As I said, it's going to contain three main files, right? Index.html, about.html, and contact.html. So click on this new file button. It's going to ask for the name of the file. Let's rename it as index.html. Make sure you also provide the .html extension also, and hit enter. It's going to create our HTML page. Now let's also create about.html, contact.html. All right. Now let's close this file explorer for now. Now inside this index.html, what we used to do is we need to type everything manually, right? So inside having a code, the advantage of having a code editor is that it's going to try to autocomplete whatever you want. For example, when I write an exclamation mark, as you can see, it's going to auto suggest me. When I click on enter, as you can see, it's going to automatically write all the code for me. All the boilerplate of our HTML code is already pre-written. If you don't get it, If you don't get the suggestion when you write exclamation mark, or just type control spacebar, it's going to give you a suggestion. All right, all you have to do is just hit enter. As you can see, this is going to provide all the code which is needed to create an HTML document. Similarly, for about.html, I will do the same. Let's hit enter. As you can see, and similarly for the contactors, let's hit exclamation and hit enter. It's going to auto generate all of our code. You might have already seen that we are seeing some extra information in our head tag. As I said, head tag is used to add more information to our website. Here it is saying meta. This is going to be for the viewport. Alright, this is a caret for UTF-8, which helps you like insert all the emojis and all. Alright, in the title, let's rename it as portfolio. Let's actually rename it as HTML portfolio. Alright, now let's start building our project. First thing which I will be having is navigation. As you can see, we have this navigation, right? So before that, let's open up this document in our browser, right? What I want to do is click on this explorer, right click on this index.html and click on copy path. Now it's going to copy the path where it is present. Open up a new tab, paste it in the URL section and hit enter. As you can see, this is going to open up our HTML document. As you can see, there it is showing our title tag. Now inside our body, let's define our first section. The first section is going to be, as I said, now. Guys, observe carefully when I type now and hit enter. As you can see, it's going to automatically generate all the opening tag and closing tag. Let's do it again. When I click on this now and hit enter, as you can see, it's going to automatically generate now. All right, inside this now, I will be having I will define a span. Inside this span, I will be having anchor tag. Let's type A and hit enter. It's going to automatically do everything for us. All right, you need to get familiar building your projects using this type of code editors. So for the destination link, I'm going to name it as index.html. Since this is the link which is going to link to our homepage. All right, similarly, I'll be having two more links. This is going to be for about, this is going to be for contact. Let's also rename this as about.html, and this is going to link to the contact.html. Now let's refresh. As you can see, there we have our navigation bar, guys. This is going to send this is going to go to the about page. This is going to go for the contact page. All right, we will come to these two files later. Now let's finish up our index.html first. One more thing which I might have forgotten is how you can add comments. Comments are nothing but extra information for yourself. It's going to be notes. Basically it's like notes for yourself. It's not going to show anywhere in the HTML document. It's just for you, and it's just for like improving the code readability. For example, here I am creating navigation, right? So I will add a comment saying, the way you can add comment is by saying less than symbol and exclamation and hyphen. So as you can see, this will generate your comment. Here I need to type, here you can add any comment. Let's say this is navigation. Let's save it and hit reload. As you can see, it's not going to show anywhere. This comment is for yourself. This comment shows that this is where your navigation exists. You can read the code better, right? So once this navigation is done, I want to add some horizontal line. As you can see, there you have a horizontal line, right? So let's add an horizontal line using the HR tag. Let's add HR and hit enter. As you can see, when I hit reload, as you can see, this is going to generate our horizontal rule. Now Let's define our header. Let's type header and hit enter. All right. Now inside this header, as I said, it's going to contain an image with the source and alt attribute. Now inside this source, what I want you to do is let's maximize our browser for now. Since you have already have your image, the image is actually, let me show you. As you can see, the image is actually square, right? I want a round image which will look nice, right? We can easily do this using our CSS, but since this is an HTML tutorial, we can't really generate a round image of ourselves using just HTML. So what I want you to do is head over to Google and search for uh, image circle cropper. Navigate to this crop circle image online.co. Upload your image here. I'll select my image. Alright, once the image is uploaded, just adjust it and click on crop circle. As you can see, this will generate a crop image. Download this image. Alright, now it will be downloaded in the it will be in the download folder. Let's copy this and add it inside our HTML portfolio. I'm just going to delete my old profile and I will just rename this as profile.png. Alright, as you can see, now we have a circle profile image. Alright, now let's minimize this browser. Alright, inside the source image, I'm going to add this source profile png. Let's save this and check. As you can see, there we have our profile image. I will also add a text alternate description, which is going to say profile image. Let's also add a width of 300 pixels. Let's also add a height of 300 pixels. As you can see, there we have our image. I also want to have some space around here. What I can do is I can just type br add line break, and when I refresh, as you can see, there we have added a line break, which is just going to add some space at the top. Alright, right after this image, I also want to display my name. Here I will add s2. I'll type Somnath Roder, that's my name. And here I will also add a paragraph saying computer science major, software engineer, full stack developer. Let me just, okay. All right. Now let's refresh it. As you can see, there we have our name and our tagline. What I want is I want this to be displayed centrally. Since we are using only HTML, we can't really do that. We can't really use CSS, right? I'll be using a center tag. I will just wrap this around a center tag. Now let's save this and hit refresh. As you can see, now we have our content inside contents aligned centrally. So right after this header, we'll be having a horizontal rule. Let's add a horizontal rule. Let's add a line. As you can see, now we have added a line. Right after this, we are going to have a section. In this section, we are going to have S2 saying about me. And right after this, we'll add a paragraph. To add some placeholder text, we can type lorem and hit enter. This is going to add some placeholder text. Whenever you have like nothing to display, nothing meaningful content to display, you can always use lorem as a placeholder text. As you can see, there we have our about me and some lorem text. So that's it for our about me section. Let's add a horizontal tool. Right. Now the next section which I will be doing over here is a section. Let's add a section. In this section, I will be adding an S2 saying education. In this education section, we will be using our table. This table is going to have a table row. Let's define a table row. This table row is going to have a table head. The first column is going to be year. The second column is going to be for college. The third column is going to be for degree. And finally, the fourth one for graduated in. Let's save this. Alright, there we have our 4 columns. Let's add one more table row for the table data. Now we need to add some data. Let's define the table data cell. Here, the first one is going to be for the year, right? So here I will define that 2015 as a year. The college, let's actually add a dummy college. That's going to be college 1. In the next one, it's going to have a degree, right? The first degree is going to be diploma in CSE, and the last column it's going to be graduated in, right? So let's add graduated in 2017. Now let's copy this table row and paste it one more time. So the start year is going to be 2017 in college 2. That's going to be Bachelor of Computer Science in Bachelor of Engineering in Computer Science, and 2021. So let's add one more table row from 2021 in college 3. That's going to be Masters in CSE, and the graduation year is going to be 2023. Let's save this and check. As you can see, there we have our table. Let's add some borders around it. Inside the table, let's add a border of 1. Now let's save this and refresh. As you can see, there we have our table with all of our education information. Now let's add some space right after this section. We'll add a br tag, which is going to add some space. As you can see, we have some space. Right after this br tag, we'll have a horizontal rule. All right, now we have the horizontal rule. The next section which we'll be creating is contact me section. Here, right after this HR, let's create a section. Inside this section, there will be an S2 saying contact me. Let's add a form. Inside this form, let's remove this action. We are not actually sending any data to the server, so let's leave it blank. We are not actually going to use the method also. Let's leave it blank. Let's define a paragraph. The paragraph is going to be name. Let's define an input of type text. Name is going to be name, and placeholder is going to be enter your name. As you can see, I'm doing it very fast. That's because the code editor is helping me a lot auto completing everything, right? So next thing which I'll be doing is paragraph, which is going to be for the email. Let's define input of type email. Let's define the name as email. Let's also add a placeholder text for as enter your email. All right, now let's add a paragraph for the message. Let's add a text area, and for the name, it's going to be message. We are not gonna add any ID. Let's remove it and let's add a placeholder as enter your message. All right, now let's add input of type submit. Now let's refresh. As you can see, there we have our contact me section. As you can see, as text area and this input submit button is actually inline element, we need to add some line breaks. So right after this text area, I will define a line break. As you can see, now we have the submit button in the new line. All right, now right after this section, let's add some space and some horizontal rule. So we need to define, now we need to define our footer. Inside this footer, let's add a paragraph saying copyright at 2022. Let's add my name. All right, let's save it. As you can see, finally we have our footer. As you can see, there we have our completed home page. Now we need to work on our about me, our contact me page. All right, it's, don't worry, it's just going to be copy paste. Now inside our about, let's change the title as about me, as we'll be having this navigation inside all of our web page. I will just copy paste from our, and we also forgot the add comment. Let's also add comment here, header section with image. Let's make this a comment. All right, and this section is going to be about me section. Let's make this a comment. It's a good practice if you add comment, so that if other developer is seeing your code, he will understand that this is the code for about me section. Now let's add comment here, education section. Let's make this comment, and finally we'll be having our contact me section. And let's also add for the footer section. All right, since we will be using our navigation throughout our project, let's actually add this to our navigation. Let's copy and paste it over here. Now let's navigate to about. As you can see, there we have our navigation. Inside our about, we are not going to have this header section. We'll only be using about me section, this education section, and all right, that's it. Let's copy this and paste it inside our HTML. Let's refresh it. As you can see, there we have our about me section. As you can see, there is a lot of space between this navigation and about me. Let's actually fix it. All right, we don't need this BR. Let's remove this. Right, that's it, we fixed it. Now we'll also be having a footer section, right? Let's also copy the footer code. Let's copy this and paste it right below our horizontal rule. All right, now we have a footer section. Now it's time to work on our contact. Let's rename the title as contact me. As I said, this navigation is going to be same for everyone. I'm not copying this BR tag. All right, now inside our body, let's paste our navigation. Let's head over to contact. As you can see, there we have our navigation. Let's copy our contact me section. Let's copy this. Let's also copy this horizontal rule and everything. Inside our contact, I will paste this right below the horizontal rule. Let's reload. As you can see, there we have our contact me section. Let's also copy our footer. There we have our footer section. Let's copy this and paste it inside our footer. Alright guys, there we go. We just completed our portfolio project guys. Let's maximize it. Let's navigate to home. As you can see, this is our home page, similar to our final. Actually, I forgot the skill section, right? All right, let's add it. Let's minimize this. So right after our education, where we have the education inside our index.html. All right after this education section, let's define our skill section. Let's add the comment first, skills section. All right, let's define the section. Inside this section, I'll be having an S2 skills. Let's define an unordered list. Inside this unordered list, I will be having a list item. The first skill will be HTML. The second skill is going to be CSS. The third skill is going to be JavaScript. All right, now let's head over to our home page. As you can see, there we have our skill section. Let's also add a horizontal rule. Let's save this. All right, now let's also copy this skill section inside our about. There we also need to insert this. All right, now let's refresh, head over to about. As you can see, there we have our completed portfolio project guys. Let's navigate to home page. This is our home page. Let's navigate to about page. Let's navigate to the contact. All right, so guys, that's it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed and hope you guys learned and built this portfolio project. So basically that's it for this HTML course. It has come to an end. Hope you guys learned about everything about HTML. Please always make sure that you practice this portfolio project and also build some more projects using HTML, whatever you can. And if you have any doubts, feel free to ask them in the comment section below. Next, we will be starting our CSS course, which is going to be continuation for this course. So before you jump on to CSS course, please make sure you have completed and practice this HTML course. So guys, that's it for this video. If you haven't liked the video, please make sure you hit that like button and also don't forget to subscribe to our channel. So I will see you in the next one. Thank you for watching.